On Sunday, November 16, 2025, a massive and fast-moving storm system is sweeping across eastern Australia, catching the attention of meteorologists and residents alike. The skies have darkened, and the atmosphere is thick with anticipation as people brace for what could be one of the most significant weather events of the year. This powerful system is bringing a host of dangers. Flooded streets, downed trees, and widespread power outages are already being reported in several areas. Emergency services are on high alert, responding to calls and preparing for the worst as the storm intensifies. This isn't just rain. Weather experts have issued severe warnings for much of New South Wales and Queensland, including major cities like Sydney and Brisbane. The Bureau of Meteorology is urging everyone to stay vigilant as conditions can change rapidly and unpredictably. The storm stretches from the tropical north of Queensland all the way down to the central and eastern regions of New South Wales, impacting both small rural communities and bustling urban centres. Its sheer size means that millions of Australians are in its path, facing a range of threats from flash flooding to damaging winds. Across the region, people are anxiously checking updates, securing their homes, and preparing for rapidly changing conditions. Families are gathering emergency supplies, boarding up windows, and making sure loved ones know what to do if the situation worsens. Thunder rumbles in the distance, winds pick up speed, and heavy rain begins to fall, reminding us all of nature's unpredictable and sometimes destructive power. The sound of rain pelting rooftops and the flash of lightning across the sky are stark warnings of what's to come. In the hours ahead, we'll explore which areas are being hardest hit, the extent of the damage so far, and the science behind why these storms are so intense this season. We'll also look at the stories of those affected and the incredible efforts of emergency crews on the ground. You'll also get clear, practical advice on how to stay safe as the situation unfolds. Whether you're at home, on the road, or helping others in your community, staying informed and prepared is more important than ever. Understanding what's happening is the first step to protecting yourself and your community. By staying connected and sharing information, we can all help each other get through this challenging time. So, let's break down this major weather event together, what's causing it, who's at risk, and what you need to know to stay safe. The next few hours will be critical, and we're here to guide you through every step. The storm's impact varies, but some areas are taking the brunt. In northern New South Wales, places like Croppa Creek have seen giant hailstones and dangerous winds. Southeast Queensland, including Brisbane and the Golden Sunshine Coasts, faces intense rain and flash flooding. Brisbane is bracing for more thunderstorms with the risk of further flooding looming. Sydney isn't spared. Showers and storms are making for a wet, hazardous weekend. Roads are slippery and local flooding is a concern, even outside the storm's core. The storm's reach is vast, with warnings extending to Canberra and eastern Victoria. Millions across cities and rural areas are experiencing this unpredictable spring storm together. The interconnectedness of our weather is on full display. This is a national event, affecting communities far and wide. Hail is one of the most alarming and destructive features of these powerful storms. When the sky darkens and the temperature suddenly drops, you know something intense is about to happen. Hailstones, sometimes smooth and round, other times jagged and sharp, can fall with incredible force, shattering windows and leaving dents in cars and rooftops. In northern New South Wales, residents have witnessed hailstones as large as golf balls, smashing car windshields and punching holes through roofs. The sound of hail pounding on metal and glass is deafening, and the aftermath often reveals a trail of destruction that can take weeks or even months to repair. Queensland has also faced the fury of tennis ball-sized hail, which can destroy crops, damage homes, and leave entire neighborhoods looking as if they've been bombarded by rocks. For farmers, a single storm can mean the loss of an entire season's work. But it's not just hail. Winds exceeding 120 kilometers per hour have the power to uproot massive trees, tear roofs, clean off houses, and bring down power lines, plunging communities into darkness. Everyday objects, garden chairs, bins, even children's toys, can become dangerous projectiles, smashing through windows or blocking roads. The aftermath often sees emergency crews working around the clock to restore power and clear debris, while families cope with the sudden loss of electricity and basic services. Torrential rain adds another layer of danger, quickly overwhelming drains and turning quiet streets into fast-flowing rivers. Flash flooding can occur in a matter of minutes, trapping cars and stranding residents in their homes. Driving becomes nearly impossible, with visibility dropping to near zero and roads becoming slick and treacherous. Even experienced drivers can find themselves in peril as water rises and surfaces become unpredictable. Thunderstorms bring frequent, blinding lightning strikes, each one carrying the risk of sparking fires or causing serious injury. The sky lights up in a dramatic display, but the danger is very real for anyone caught outside. The combination of hail, violent winds, relentless rain, and constant lightning makes this storm system especially hazardous. Each element feeds into the next, creating a relentless cycle of destruction and danger. It's a relentless assault from nature, testing the resilience and preparedness of every community in its path. People board up windows, reinforce roofs, and come together to help neighbors weather the storm and recover in its aftermath. During such severe weather, staying indoors, monitoring weather alerts, and having an emergency plan can make all the difference. In the face of nature's fury, vigilance and preparation are key to staying safe. Power outages are one of the storm's most immediate and visible impacts, plunging entire neighborhoods into darkness within moments. The sudden loss of electricity leaves streets eerily quiet, with only the sound of wind and distant sirens breaking the silence. For many, the familiar glow of streetlights and the hum of appliances are replaced by uncertainty and concern. In southeast Queensland, over 48,000 homes and businesses have lost electricity due to downed power lines and fallen trees. Utility crews work around the clock, braving hazardous conditions to restore power, but the scale of the damage means many residents face extended outages. Families face dark, difficult nights without lights, refrigeration, or internet. The lack of power disrupts daily routines, meals must be improvised, and children do homework by candlelight. For some, medical devices and essential equipment become a pressing concern, adding to the stress. Giant hailstones have left cars dented and windows shattered, while homes suffer broken tiles and damaged roofs. The sound of hail pounding on rooftops was deafening, and in just minutes, years of hard work and savings were put at risk. Strong winds have toppled trees and fences, adding to the destruction. Streets are littered with branches and debris, making it difficult for emergency vehicles to get through and for residents to assess the damage to their properties. Travel is treacherous. Flooded roads and debris make driving dangerous, and public transport is often disrupted. Commuters are stranded, and essential services struggle to reach those in need, further complicating recovery efforts. Emergency services are stretched thin, responding to hundreds of calls for help. Firefighters, SES workers, and paramedics work tirelessly, prioritizing the most urgent cases and providing reassurance to anxious residents. Volunteers work tirelessly to protect homes and clear hazards. Neighbors come together, sharing resources and offering support, showing the true spirit of community resilience in the face of adversity. The storms disrupt daily life, closing schools and businesses, and forcing communities to band together. Children miss classes, local shops remain shuttered, and families rely on each other for comfort and assistance. Recovery will take time, but collective effort is key to bouncing back. As the community rebuilds, every act of kindness and cooperation brings hope for a stronger, more resilient future. Intense rainfall brings the serious threat of flash flooding. Streets can turn into rivers within minutes, trapping people and vehicles. Flash floods are unpredictable and extremely dangerous. Never attempt to cross floodwaters. Riverine flooding is also a concern, as swollen rivers may overflow and inundate homes and farmland. Authorities are closely monitoring river levels and issuing warnings as needed. Flood damage lingers long after the rain stops, leaving mud, debris, and structural harm. Homes, businesses, and farms can suffer lasting losses. Cleaning up is difficult and costly, with impacts felt for months or even years. The risk of flooding is a major consequence of these storms. Staying informed and heeding warnings is essential for safety. Spring in Australia often brings dramatic weather, and there's a clear scientific reason. Warm, moist air from the north clashes with cold, dry air from the south, creating instability and energy. This fuels powerful storms, especially when a strong jet stream accelerates. Weather systems. Moisture from tropical seas adds to the mix, resulting in massive storm clouds and heavy rain. Rapid temperature swings, like Melbourne's recent record drop, highlight this volatility. When all these ingredients combine, severe thunderstorms erupt, bringing hail, wind, and torrential rain. It's a natural process, but the right conditions can make it especially intense. Understanding the science helps us prepare for what's ahead. While some regions battle floods, others face bushfire threats. The same weather system causing rain in the east brings hot, dry, windy conditions to western New South Wales. Dry lightning from storms can ignite fires in parched areas, creating a dual disaster scenario. Total fire bans are in place to prevent new blazes, and emergency crews are on high alert. This contrast highlights Australia's climate extremes, flood and fire side by side. Managing both threats strains resources and demands careful planning. It's a stark reminder of the challenges posed by a changing climate. The stormy weather isn't over yet. More rain, wind, and thunderstorms are expected in northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland. Residents must stay alert, as another wave of severe weather could bring further flooding and damage. Meanwhile, a developing system in the Timor Sea could become a tropical cyclone, signaling that storm season is far from over. Looking ahead, forecasts suggest a warmer-than-average summer, increasing the risk of heat waves, storms, and bushfires. Preparation is key. Have a plan for both heat and severe weather. Listen to expert advice and stay informed through official channels. The weather will eventually calm, but the lessons learned now will help us face future challenges. Staying vigilant and prepared is the best defense. When severe storms are forecast, preparation is vital. Secure loose outdoor items, trim weak branches, and park your car under cover if possible. Stay indoors during the storm, away from windows, and keep your phone charged for updates. Never drive or walk through floodwaters. Turn back. It's not worth the risk. Bring pets inside to keep them safe from thunder and wind. After the storm, watch for fallen power lines and damaged structures. Report hazards immediately. Community spirit shines during tough times. Check on neighbors and support each other. Volunteers and emergency services work tirelessly to help those in need. The weather will improve, but staying informed and looking out for one another makes all the difference. Together, we can weather any storm.